Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see third-year man Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears as they match up with the great Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. From up top, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. And Charles, an NFC North matchup here, the so-called black and blue division.
Atta baby, show that age.
It's going to be a battle in 2019 as well. Who do you like out of this division?
Well, Chicago is a defending champion, and they play defense as well as anyone in the league, so you have to like their chances to repeat. Minnesota thought they were going to run the division, had a rough year. That's not normal Vikings football. They'll get back into the fray. Green Bay had such an underwhelming season last year. They changed coaches, but they still have number 12 throwing the football. And Detroit, they're on a crusade to eliminate bad football and get back to being the Lions that roar.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Quarterback Mitchell Trubisky leading out the Chicago Bears. Former number 2 overall pick out of Carolina. Big improvements in year 2 for Trubisky. Touchdown spiked from 7 to 24. Yards per game went up by almost 50. And, of course, most importantly, the Bears went from 5 wins to 12 and an NFC North title. On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's going to keep it here. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And, Charles, now we get our first look at this offense.
And one guy you have to look at in particular is Kyle Long. Can play guard or tackle with a nice degree of nastiness.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop him.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He can run for it. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, They didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
That's the way.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Check, 42's the mic. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, he's got Burton here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Get up! 180! 42's the mic. I got it.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Bilal Nichols with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's go, let's go.
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Safety Adrian Amos was a free agent in 2018, and division rival Green Bay took note and brought him to Wisconsin to patrol the center of their defense and also drop down near the line of scrimmage and make some big-time plays in the running game.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Smith on the stop. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the block.
Yeah, that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
You've told me before it's tough to identify how to block a 3-4 defense. There wasn't a whole lot of blocking there.
And one other thing an offensive line coach told me, if you want to run wide against a 3-4, which is difficult to do because of the speed of the outside linebackers, it's often difficult for your offensive linemen to hit targets in space and create lanes for your guys to run through.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Zadarius Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay first down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 41-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
We got 4.
Here's Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Got him in. That's Allison. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. That time, a 9-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
180. 50. Check back 50. Watch the slant. Watch safety creep. Safety creep.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Touchdown, defense.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
And it's 3rd down.
A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
Bears 6.
Check, 42's the money. I got you.
They'll run with Montgomery. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Trubisky will throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 buzz.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Jones. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, it's an offense. Some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. On the return is Cohen. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, But he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Mike, check.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers. Lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. This is Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So on now for the Packers as their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby.
A 30-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky connecting with Burton here over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Trubisky finding Gabriel complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Rodgers to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Let's get it.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
59 mark, check.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bears' 28-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, it's Rodgers. Incomplete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Rodgers now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the Bears' 25-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, his throw incomplete.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete. He was covered by Prince Amukamara.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. A throw caught by Kumaro. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 30-yard attempt.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Trubisky now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. On the return is Irvin. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing is Rodgers. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. Here comes Cohen. 51 yards on the punt there. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Trubisky now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Quick pass out to Miller. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
At their 48-yard line.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. First down, a run with Cohen, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Carryover from the first half. That defensive line continues to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're actually playing the game in the offense's backfield. They're taking those offensive linemen and pushing them back towards the quarterback and towards the runners. I still don't think, though, that you abandon the running game totally, because if you do, you're asking for a lot more hits on your QB.
Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Packers' 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll run forward with Montgomery, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and 12.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Green 18. Let's go, let's go. Green 18.
Again, it's Jones. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. The connection made, it's Graham. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? Let's say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Trubisky now down around his goal line. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Check, 42's the mark.
From the shotgun is Trubisky, and that is incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Here's Irvin to return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for a lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield with those instincts.
Mike. 258. Cut.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit the receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Nobody picked up the blitz. There's your result.
And you know how we see a lot of the guys doing that motion about eating all the time after big plays? How about what that defensive front did, eating up the blockers on the offensive side and allowed their tacklers to roam free, didn't they?
58. 59. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
58. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And the Bears first down.
Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
180! Mike 50. Switch up, switch up.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel, 44 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Packers 24.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it with Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man, that's Allison. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Crosby puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now he's going to use his legs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm coming after you.
Here's Trubisky to throw. That is caught by Cohen. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the counter, here's Jones. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
319. Here we go. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 319.
From the 44, Rodgers throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
I'm going back to you.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route.
Here we go.
On first down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Trubisky to throw. It's complete. It's Miller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line.
First down, Chicago.
Get up! 180! All day, just like that. Just like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Get up! 180! 42, check, Mike 42. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Get up!
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They get the crucial turnover just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now Jones. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end, Graham. Packer first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 45 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears set to begin their next drive. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Stop your whining.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, Bears.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing here, Trubisky. Underneath to the tight end, Burton. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain, and some more time off the clock.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Rodgers throwing here. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Check pass, check pass.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.